Oh, get in! Oh! Oh my God! No way, what have we just witnessed? Hello everyone, welcome back to our golf friends. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we've got two footballing legends. We've got Owen Hargreaves, thanks Owen for coming.
Thank you.
We've got Peter Crouch, and today we're going to be playing a 9-hole scramble. So it's going to be the two Peters versus Owen and Mark. Now, we're going to be at the Buckinghamshire today, which is a fantastic golf course for a setting. Now, the first hole, as you'll see in a minute, is treacherous. So all we've got to do is try and keep the ball dry on the first, and then me and Crouch are going to take him to task. Fair?
Not a problem.
Right, let's go. Oh, there it is.
Thank you.
Straight down
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's wet.
A bit wet. Give me to the fairway.
That's it.
Oh, stay dry. Please, just plug. Oh. Oh, that'll do us. That'll do us, partner.
Yeah.
That'll do us, partner.
Yeah. What is it? Is this 4 or 5?
Half five.
Half 5.
Get down.
Good smack. Good shot.
Yeah, mate.
Is that goes up? That's fine. It's on the fairway.
Might need more than a few holes to warm up, I think.
What distance we got there, Dave?
35, you need to hit it.
Yeah, I'll hit an 8 iron, nice and easy. Yeah, cheers. Oh, absolutely cream one.
Go on, son.
Oh, too much check.
Too much. Too much Louis. Shot, mate.
Cheers, mate. Stay left. Oh,
This is it. So, mate, we've been playing golf for a while now.
Yeah.
When did it all start for you, golf?
God, do you know what? I just didn't grow up with it at all. I was tennis and football all the way.
Yeah.
And then even when I went to Villa, I lived in the Belfry for 3 months and didn't pick up. I was single, bored, didn't pick up a club once.
Considering how much you love it now, it's mad, isn't it?
It's just, it makes me feel ill because I'm just like, I just think I could have had a lesson I was home at like 1:30 after training. The training ground was over the road. I'd get back and I was just like bored and just thought I was not into golf. I had
Why didn't you think it just like not?
I just wasn't into it.
No.
I just didn't. Yeah, I thought it was an old man sport,
Yeah.
you know. And then obviously all the lads used to play. I thought I need to get into this. So I started, and once you start, you get the bug, and now it's like all I want to do. Like,
It's mad, isn't
I'm
it?
thinking, well, no, Mrs. is talking to me. I'm like, how can I get out there?
How can I get out to play with you a golf?
You know, I love it. Yeah, and like, I just think to myself, even that was when the Ryder Cup was there. It was,
So proper
early
Belfry
2000, yeah, Belfry time. So the Ryder Cup was at the Belfry, and I was living in the hotel. They were like, "Do you want tickets?" And I was like, "Nah, you're all right."
Seriously.
Oh, and now I think back to that person, I was like,
Yeah.
you know, who was I?
Crazy, yeah.
Idiot.
You did.
Come on, baby.
Right.
Lift the flag out. 240.
Oh, it's good. Ah,
Nah. Come roll it in for bird. Good leg, yeah, exactly. Oh, roll home. Yeah, good effort, mate.
would have enjoyed that.
Right, one to us, partner.
Well done, son. Good start. Good
Take
start.
that.
There you go.
Right over.
It's their fault for putting it there.
Ah, it's so good.
No, that's nice.
Yeah, so easy, isn't it?
It's like low.
Yeah, we'll have a quick catch up. That's fine. What are you saying about that picture though? Like that
Killed me for years.
Yeah, people always reference it, right?
Well,
What was it though? Was it a really short putter or was
so
it?
listen, I had a little pendulum, right? But like, it was obviously a normal size putter, but like I'm down here like this,
Normal size
and
putter.
this is how I used to putt, like that, because I don't know, it just took the arms out. It felt good, but obviously it looks horrendous. You know?
So although it worked, you had to give it up.
Yeah, but then someone, like, it was when we were before the World Cup, someone was in a bush taking pictures of us, like the England squad, and obviously I'm doing that, and I used to tell the lads, look, this is how I putt. Laugh on the putting green, but just don't laugh when we're out there, because just get it out now. And anyway, they took a picture for the world to see, and I was like, oh my God, like, got to change it.
Can't have it like that. That's brilliant. But that's the problem with golf though, right? Is that when something works, it's such a mental game, as in the head, that like, but it works.
Yeah.
So, and in the end, you want to write a good score down, you don't really care how it happens, do you? It's like the most frustrating sport in the world. It's hard enough anyway.
Golf, when the equivalent to is like pen and shooter, isn't it, Crouch?
Yeah.
So you're in control of everything.
And your mind's like, you know, thinking about stuff, mechanics, and then
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But that's what I thought I'd be, because tennis, football, and I felt quite natural at those sports. So football sport, yeah, golf, not a problem. Useless. I had to work so hard to get where I am today.
But when you work hard on it, you see a difference. That's the key, isn't it?
It's a great game. That looks good. Oh,
It's got to grab a bit.
a little bit left.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh,
big
I'm all over
bounce,
it.
big bounce.
Stop.
Mate, that's
Oh, it's a short,
that's
isn't
all right, that's all right. Mate, we'll take that, a little flick and a nudge. Sit. Oh. Boys.
Oh, I'm in pole.
You're in pole position only. Keys over there just said it as well.
That's outrageous. That's outrageous. That is outrageous.
turn the cameras off.
Oh, wow. Yeah, nice touch that. Right.
Right.
Ooh.
Well, not great, mate.
Oh, that's all right. I'll get up.
Oh, boys.
God, that's so short.
Right, we've not covered ourselves.
Oh.
In glory, to be fair. Right, that's good for the half. That's good for the half. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
He's giving the boom and the finger.
The boom and the finger. You know, because often people compare themselves to the players around them, obviously, when you got to Munich, did you feel like you fitted in, if you know what I mean?
Well, to be fair, my older brother was really good. Probably could have been a pro.
Okay.
Talent-wise. So, and because I played against him, it made me a lot better.
Yeah.
So I was really fortunate to have an older brother that I could compete against. So obviously, you know you're quite good coach when you're young, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, you're in games and you know you're doing well. But then I don't think you could ever envision taking it that far. Well, for me, not at least. I never envisioned. But I remember I went on trial at Bayern Munich, and they're all German national players. I remember thinking, oh, I'm way out of my depth here.
Really?
Big time. And then the ball rolled, and I remember thinking, I might not be out of my depth here.
Yeah.
And that gave me like a ton of confidence.
Yeah.
I think I had that moment twice in my career. When I went on trial there, the first 5 minutes of the session, when I played Luis Figo in the Champions League semi-final. I remember I was in the tunnel before the game, And I looked across. It was like one of my second or third games as a pro. And I looked across at the crease, and he looked pristine. He looked like a god. He was good. Back, the white kid, he looked like a king. Right? I'm thinking, I'm in trouble there. But I remember in the game, he was about that far where Crouch is, and because I was really quick, right? And he obviously didn't know me. I was some kid from Canada, and he just kind of left the ball there.
Thinking.
And I remember thinking, you can't do that. I'll take that. And I nicked it off him. I remember he looked at me. I remember thinking,
I might be alright.
Seriously, and that moment changed my whole career.
Really?
Because when you see something like that, your heroes, you think, oh, I'm way out of my depth, and then you play and you do all right. You think,
Actually,
I had that. I mean, do you have anything?
Where did it start for you, like in terms?
Where did it start for me? Well, yeah, same thing as Owen. My dad was massively into football, and that's all I wanted to do. I remember, 1990 World Cup was really the time. I was 9 years old. I used to put in the VHS first thing in the morning and just watch every single goal from that World Cup.
Really?
Yeah, and then I was just hooked. Then, I wanted to be Gaza. I was a different type of player, unfortunately, but. I just absolutely lived and breathed it. Yeah, and then lucky enough, really. But Owen's story's interesting. Being in Canada and going to Bayern Munich. For me, like there was players like Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard. That they're just going bang. I had to work harder. I knew I had the ability, but I was so different. Being so tall, being so skinny. I wasn't ready for the Premier League till I was about 23.
Right. Okay.
I was playing championship stuff and doing really well, but. When I remember my Premier League debut was, you talk about Luis Figo. That moment for me was Alan Shearer. I played at Villa Park against Newcastle, and I was the centre forward for Villa, and Alan Shearer was the centre forward for Newcastle, and it was my Premier League debut. And I thought, if that's the level, I said I'm miles off that. I was
really?
that was Alan Shearer when he was.
Full.
The strength, everything about him. And I just wasn't ready. I was 21 years old, but I had to sort of drop down again.
Yeah.
Then 23, I felt, I'd arrived, and then that's when I got in the England squad and things took off. But it was a slower,
and is it a
burner for me.
It must be like a momentum thing as well, right? Like you sort of say, I think like in business as well, winning becomes a habit. Like confidence creates, more ability sometimes. And like you say, that moment that you've sort of switched it on and realised that you can do it, then means you can do more. And then you don't know your limits, right?
Yeah, I think for me, because I way overachieved anything I ever dreamed, I stopped setting myself targets.
Yeah.
I just kept swinging for the fences every time I went out there, and that's the reason I chose to play for England. Really.
Yeah.
Everybody told me I'm only going to have one cap, but I remember thinking my dad's English, and I remember as a young guy you want to make your dad proud, didn't you? So I thought, right, if I only have one cap, it'll be that. But in the end, I thought I'm going to make it the route as hard as I can.
Yep.
See what my level is. And in the end, it was amazing. You can achieve way more than you actually believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Than you probably ever could.
That's a good thing. Like me and Owen can both stand here now. It's a nice thing to be able to stand here and say, like, we felt like we almost not overachieved, but we gave everything that we could to see how good our career could be.
Yeah.
I look at players now, certain players, and you think so much ability, and sort of haven't got that kind of determination or will to succeed or be the best you can be, and you see them wasting it, and it's like, at least we can stand here now and go, do you know what, we made the best of what we had.
You got the most out of it.
To be fair, my dad used to say to me, I don't care how you play, just give me your best.
Yeah, same as everything, right?
Yeah, and in a way it was amazing actually how far your best can actually take you. When you're a kid, everybody tells you, oh, you can't, don't dream so big. Don't have all these big goals, but actually don't dream big. You got to go for it.
Yeah,
when I got in the England squad, I was like, I remember it was the trip away in America. I had 2 games there, and I said to my dad, 2 games, Dad. So I'm not a one-cat wonder. I was over the moon. I said, I'm playing both of them. And I said, that'd be really done. I'll be making 2 England caps. Honestly, that's how I was thinking. Yeah. But then you get in there and you think, actually, I felt at home. I felt, I'm not out of place. I can, and then you can do more.
You've got to back yourself, don't you?
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think that's true in any walk of life.
Yeah. You've got to judge the fringe as well. That's why I hit it there.
Yeah. Right, come on. All we've got to do is get inside them.
Well, trick, it's not that far outside.
No, I don't, it's not as wide as you
don't
think.
Need to go as wide, do you?
No, I reckon it's like in between on Owen's ball, really. Yeah, nice weight that. Great putt that. Might have to hit it a bit harder, mate.
Yeah.
That is a great putt. Get in, get in. Oh! That's gone as well. Mate, that is some putt though. I thought it was in.
He was snaking, I thought he was in there, yeah. There's one.
Well played, mate.
Wow. Ooh.
Come on, partner. Woo, woo. Take it away. Right, for the win. Oh, never in down, Crouch, you never
Right
in
in the
down.
middle, son.
Yes. Yes, mate. Back to one, rightly so.
Rightly so. Little blip.
Yeah, so we've played 3 holes so far. It's been a pretty tight match. We've there's been no holes halved, so we've gone. The 2 Peters went 1 up, then they pulled it back to all square, and we've just nicked that one with a par. Now in a scramble format on a par 3 is not great for these two. They're shaking their heads, but all to play for now. We actually get a shot here because this is the 2nd hardest hole on this 9. So off we go, Crouchy. Do you want to lead the way, mate?
I'll lead it, mate.
Oh, that is a peach. Like that. Just gonna miss it, I think. Oh, couldn't have gone more in, could it?
Yeah, I love that.
Great shot.
It's good, isn't it?
Good big, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, shot.
Yeah. It's funny, the next hole's a par 5, but it's as long as this.
Oh, really?
Says-
Oh, that's nice.
Get up.
Oh, mate, everything's short.
Yeah, everything's pretty short, isn't it?
Money.
Big little face.
This.
Oh, no! Oh! Shall I leave my ball in my pocket? All right. Right, you got. What's that? Yeah, I'll take that. I'll go.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh!
Lovely touch that, mate. Lovely
Majestic.
touch that.
Oh, there he is! Well played, son.
Take that. Take that.
Good shot, sir.
Oh, day, love.
Lovely, mate. Lovely.
So do I.
That was, yeah, an actual birdie.
Actual bird.
There he is.
It's gone absolutely fucking nuts.
Wow.
Oh, he's on form today with that.
Yeah, it's gone 130, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, so.
That is a lovely golf shot. Oh, we've got to take our head covers off, haven't we? Oh, steady.
Oh, there he is.
Nice shot, mate. He doesn't miss, does he?
Shot.
So, Crouchy, obviously you get, you know, you stand out as a figure anyway, right? When you're out and about, how do you deal with fame? Like, is it something that, because you know, you both have been on telly so much, even during playing and after. How do you find that side of it? Like, is it kind of?
I don't know. I think the way I look at it is, I suppose, when people stop asking for a picture or stop asking for an autograph, that's when you're in trouble, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, so I sort of embrace it, and I think you can't. Yeah, I've done a job that I love doing, and it makes you recognisable, I think. And I think as soon as you play for sort of Liverpool and England, it elevates you to that. And then obviously now I do TV work, and I think it's part and parcel of the job. So I don't, yeah, it's just, it's nice sometimes. Like the golf course is such a nice sanctuary to be with your pals in the middle of nowhere, not get bothered by anyone. That's what's so nice about golf, really, in some ways. But yeah, I think it's part and parcel of the job. I don't know how you feel. I feel the same.
Yeah, I think if you play football, you know, it's not like being like an actor or musician. I don't think you really want to be famous.
Yeah.
You just
want to play
you're
football.
good at something, and then it takes you a place where a lot of people get to know you.
Yeah.
And in a way, that kind of does change your life. But for me, I just think, when you meet somebody famous when you're young, and sometimes that can go well or it can.
Yeah.
And I just think that interaction is important. So I think for me, whenever I meet anyone, I always just try and be like that young kid.
Understanding.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You were that kid once, right?
Yeah. People just want 5 or 10 seconds, and they want to go, "Oh, Crouch, I know he scored. I remember that moment," and they just want to have a little chat.
Yeah.
And I think we should all have enough patience to just be able to say.
Interestingly, though,
smile on people's faces.
Because you're not on social media, are you really?
No.
And is that a choice of just not needing it, not wanting it? Like, because it's a bit of a poison chalice sometimes, right? You're not on Instagram or anything like that, but you use Twitter. But it's kind of, is that just a decision that you make not to be on?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, I never. In a way, I think my phone should be for my loved ones.
Yeah.
You know, and I see people. Obviously, social media is, there's probably a lot of upside to it.
Yeah, sure.
But there's obviously a lot of abuse as well.
Yeah.
So why do you want to pick up your phone and read people absolutely hammering you? Like that, remember when we were at Beaverbrook that day when that fella, the German guy said...
The German guy. I had to translate.
The most abusive message I've ever heard anyone say. He said, "What's he saying?" And I was thinking...
Nothing.
I said, I could tell he wasn't happy. So I was like, he was abusing me in German, so I had to ask Owen, like, what's he actually saying here?
What was it? It was like a FIFA...
Basically, he packed me on FIFA, and he said, what's the swearing rule on this channel? What's the swearing rule?
No, you can swear.
He said, "You're fucking shit, mate." And then he went into this German and he said, "You kill me on FIFA," because and obviously
You're the worst
FIFA legend card.
Oh, you're a card.
I was a card, on this FIFA game.
He was devastated.
He absolutely destroyed me.
Can flush a free word, though. Come on.
Lovely jubbly.
Are we done? Scramble, what a format. Oh yeah, nice shot, mate. Oh yeah, nice shot, Mark. That was a lovely flight, wasn't it?
Needs to be flat, isn't it? Lucky for me. I hit it.
That's what I've got. That's all I got.
Well, I'm not going to beat that, am I?
Mate. Brilliant shot.
So if you look at obviously we were just chatting about the fame and the side of it. So obviously you've got children. When did your children realise they had like famous parents?
I think it's just when I have the odd picture, but then obviously I started doing I said Daddy plays football, and then now they're like they see me on the Masked Dancer, and I think that's what they think I do. They're like, now they're really proud of it. So now they all want to come to. They didn't have any interest in coming to any matches. Then Masked Dancer, straight in, right? Meeting Davina, all over like this is my dad's on the Masked Dancer. Yeah, honestly, I always remember when Abby was on Strictly. I remember I was sitting underneath in the indoor playing above. You know when they're like above you playing. I could hear her talking to a little girl, and she said I could hear her being really like proud. She was saying, "You know, have you heard of Strictly?" And the little girl was like, "No." And she went, "My mum's on that." I had 20 years playing football, never once mentioned me. I had the 3 months on Strictly. She's like the favourite parent.
What about your kids? How old are yours now?
10 and 8.
Yeah. And obviously, are they into football as well now? Are they?
My son is, yeah. He's just getting...
Did they go to any of your games?
No.
No, too young.
I played in like a charity one for a friend of mine. He had a testimonial, and he saw like a few clips, but obviously for them, they like Crouch said, mine are too young.
Yeah.
They didn't really get to see me play it, so they don't really know how people interact with you when you go out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, you're just there, but they look how people interact with you, and they're like, "What? Dad? What?" why are they asking you about stuff? And I was like, don't worry about it. I mean, they just used to watch me play football.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously, I think it probably happens to you every day, doesn't it, Crouchy?
Yeah.
Every day somebody comes up to you and wants to talk
Yeah.
Man United, England, or something. You know,
Yeah.
just want to.
But the people are fascinated. It's such a well watched sport, and it's such a passionately watched sport, right? That it's kind of like people get so into it that they want to hear more, know more, and you know, you're the heroes, right?
No, but it's cool that actually, you know, like Crouchy said, that people want to chat.
Yeah.
You know, because people just want 5 or 10 seconds just to chat and, you know, talk about their team. And anytime you ever get in the cab or anything, you know.
Yeah, I bet.
Chelsea, West Ham, Arsenal, Tottenham, whatever it is, people just want to talk shit for 10 seconds. I mean, we're blessed. I mean, you play the sport that
you love as well.
No, that so many people kind of are interested in.
Yeah.
Just don't produce a shit FIFA card. Is that
No, definitely don't do that. Whatever you do.
Do you remember your FIFA number?
No, I've got no.
Someone asked me that, and I'm like, what? I don't know what it was.
Well, kids can remember everything about FIFA, right? It's like
FIFA.
if they turn FIFA points and ratings into maths and English questions, my kids would be 8.
But it's like it's like Championship Manager. Like back in the day, I mean, I used to know. You know, I felt like I discovered Oliver Bierhoff. I plucked him out of Udinese.
You got a lot to thank you for.
You went on to some great things. Dave, what distance, man?
About 80 yards, I reckon.
50. It's left, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up there though.
It's up there though.
Top deck.
Oh yes. Be the club. Be the Crouch. Look at this. Shot putt. Mate, they're in trouble here, I'll tell you.
Oh, cheers.
Oh, get in! Oh my God! No way! What have we just witnessed?
Well played, son. Listen, I don't mind losing to that.
Jeez, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, we got 2 cameras.
Fucking jeez, wow. That was longer than me, that putt.
80 foot putt, what was that? That was insane.
To be fair, I've putted like Stevie Wonder, I think, so far. So to be fair,
You were too, right? Yeah.
No, I needed one. I needed
That's
something.
from the get-go, wasn't it?
Sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah, so yeah, back to 1. No shots on this hole, so yeah, let's put it back to level, mate.
1 down. Game on. That'll work.
120.
Smooth one.
Yeah.
That 2 par left.
Just a bit left, yeah. It's okay though.
Oh yeah, it goes first, doesn't it? But then I think
Yeah, then.
cut the foot, I reckon. Yeah, great.
It's a lot.
It's the right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I reckon it's on that where that ball is now.
Yeah.
It's a machine.
Well, that's too hard.
Right, boys, 2 goes at this.
Worst catch of it.
Oh my.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, never in doubt, son.
Come on.
Lovely.
Good half that, mate.
Good half.
Take that.
Go everyone there. Whew.
We're just obviously chatting on the walk through, right? Like one of the most important things that we look at in business when you're hiring or trying to get a culture and a team together as a collective. Like, what's a good example when you in one of the teams that you played in? What was kind of the best fit of a personalities that got the most out of it?
Yeah, the obvious one's Stoke, because we finished top 10 in the Premier League with players with less kind of ability than, we were finishing higher than we should really. And that was just down to attitude, like hard work, good, people, good characters pulling in the right direction.
Yeah.
And then we added a sprinkling of quality with that. When Mark Hughes took over, we added like Steven Nzonzi, Marko Arnautovic, like players with more ability. That sort of took us to the next level.
Yeah.
We started playing a bit more, and then it was amazing how we then went from players with loads of ability with not the same character.
Yeah.
When culminated in relegation because we went too far the other way. Players with bad attitudes but loads of ability that just didn't pull in the right direction, and we actually achieved more with players with less ability. It just shows you how much character is important in a dressing room.
Cultural. And so from a leadership perspective, obviously you've worked with some amazing leaders, right? How did you was there a certain style that suited you as an individual better than, because sometimes people need a carrot, some people need a stick, right? What was your what did you react best to?
To be fair, I couldn't, because all coaches are different, all leaders are different, all captains are different, so I didn't really care. I quite liked that they were all different.
Yeah.
I don't think I played any different because you had somebody led a certain way.
Right.
But I think it was important that from the top the culture was set. Because if the culture's not set properly, people take the piss. Right. In any walk of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've been in them dressing rooms. And I think obviously Sir Alex was the guy where nobody was ever going to question the boss. I remember my first game for Man United, losing 1-0 to Man City. We absolutely battered them. Somehow we're losing. And I'm walking off, games like past finish, I'm walking off. And a real friend that's kind of like jogging past me. He's like, "Oh, hurry up, Gaffer's going to go apeshit." And I'm thinking, I just played 45 minutes. I'm tired, man. I'm walking in. Get in the dressing room quick. And I'm thinking, God, if he's got real scared, he's like 28, London boy, been around. But the point was, and we got in, and so I said, look, I don't know how we're losing. You've absolutely smashed them. Keep doing what you're doing and you win the game. But the point was that Rio even had the thought that,
we need to get in.
That we need to get him, just showed that, and that's the culture that the Gaffer set. And then in the end, I think what he did an amazing job was put the team together where the boys he never came in the dressing room.
Right.
At the training ground, never.
Okay.
Unless something really went pear-shaped. But he never came in there because he knew the people that he employed and the players that he had, they kind of created the culture. And then those guys mentored the new players that came in.
And there was a respect from top to bottom at that point, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all right.
Well, I couldn't really.
Yes.
Involved in this hole? No, you caught the green.
There's a little bit, yeah. You just need to be here, don't you?
He's such a nice court. Like, he's got the right amount of water on it as well. This court.
Oh, that's a good shot, mate.
Oh, almost wanted a shot. That is a great putt again.
Oh, double tin breaker.
Yeah, nicely done.
Nicely done.
It's good for me. Well done, boys. Nice par. Sort of goes that way a little bit, doesn't it, or not?
Right to left.
It's that way, yeah.
Sorry, left to right.
Left to right.
Yeah, left to right. Sorry. I meant that's what I meant. Mate, I thought that was the right shot.
I thought it was in. Is that good for the half? That's it in the middle. Yeah! Yes, brother!
The gold member.
Gold member.
Oh,
What a player.
what a player.
It's a lovely hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Get up.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah. Nice shot, mate. Oh, mate, that's a goal shot. Yes! Mate, we're taking that all day long. I might even bother hitting. Shot, mate.
It's over.
Oh, you know what? It's just a little bit.
Longest 28 lessons.
Oh, mate.
That
A
was
little
well
bit
up there,
left.
wouldn't it? You know, players get such criticism for making mistakes, but it's like, bloody hell, it's like a tough game, right?
But when we're playing, when you're in the middle of the game, like it's so quick what's going on around you. Like for us, it's easy to sit in the studio, you got suits on and to break it down and pause it, and you know the game looks so easy. So for us, obviously, we get to see a different side of the game. But I think for me, I never envisioned doing TV. But when you see how many people actually make a living out of the game that are actually not playing, like us players, you know, we're so focused on ourselves and the coaches. But there's thousands and thousands of people. You know, we get to the game an hour before, but these guys are there the day before setting up with the trucks and TV trucks. And you know, you think about the investment in the TV companies, we're talking billions of pounds.
Yes, yeah.
You know, I know and to get the best footage for the fans possible. So obviously we're fortunate in a way to be on the other side of the fence, whereas I don't know about you, I never saw myself doing telly. I always thought the guys who were on telly were kind of dicks, to be fair. Because they were also yeah, exactly. Nailed it. The point is, everybody was so critical, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in a way I try not to be
No.
that critical, but if it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, you can't hide it.
When I've put myself in the player's shoes, right? And I think if I was a player and I was saying this about me, but like I was so critical of myself, and I think if I've had a bad game, then I'd expect criticism, you know. And I don't think we can't sit there, you know. And even if it's my mate, you know, if it's someone I've played with, and I think I don't really want to criticise him, but then you can't go home and look yourself in the mirror and protect your mates. And you've got to be like, no, he had a bad game, he did this wrong, he did that wrong.
And they'll know as well they've done so.
And then I think you could look them in the eye and go, what did you think? You know, I think they'd say, yeah, you're right. You know?
We grew up. I mean, you have a final exam every 3 days. Like if you're playing Champions League and Premier League, you got a final exam every 3 days. And everybody's critiquing you, but the lads in the dressing room are so brutal with each other, aren't they?
Really?
Oh,
really?
I mean, it'd be the best TV show ever if you could actually get it. But the ones you get are actually really edited.
Yeah, of course.
But the band thing.
Is it brutal though? Like everyone, and but it's a willing on though, right? But in kind of getting the best out of everyone, you have to have that kind of cutting edge, right?
But you got to think. I mean, you got everybody's from all around the world, whether from Argentina, Brazil, you know, Korea, whatever, anywhere. And everybody's pretty much the best player from his neighborhood, from his city, from his country. And you get 25 guys in a room that are that guy. So you got 25 sharks in a way. Obviously different personalities. And at some point something's got to give. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's why you get a lot of, when the balance is wrong, it can be a little bit selfish. But when you get a good blend and everybody kind of is competitive, but everyone looks out for each other, it's an amazing thing because you got all these mad languages being spoken. You got all the music in the background. It's like I remember before games sometimes it was like a club. You know, music was bouncing when it crowd. You think, wow, what a job we got.
What a way! What a way to make a living.
Yeah, exactly.
There's also great understanding people's cultures. You know, like where would I be? You know, sat next to someone from Honduras and Brazil. You know, Spain and Italy. You know, all in the same room. You know, Africans. You know, Americans.
Level,
you know, you're just sitting there, and like you say, you're all just lads at similar age. But from all different walks of life, you know?
All doing the same thing as well, right? And under the same scrutiny and the same spotlight, basically. Such an interesting day. 1 up. We've got everything to go.
Well, we level at a minute.
No, we're 1 up.
Yeah.
54 crap.
54, that's my distance.
My favourite number. Mate.
Too big, isn't it?
Oh.
Gone heavy,
right.
went heavy.
I don't know, I was frightened of the water.
Frightened of the water.
Yeah, nice touch.
Oh my God, shaved it.
Mate, I thought that was in.
Not again, guys.
Oh yeah, turn.
Oh!
Oh mate. Oh. Has that not gone in?
It reminded me of like an England shootout.
Wait, how's that got there?
Oh my God.
Easy putt.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
got away with one there.
Well played, son.
So boys, obviously look, golf's such an interesting sport, right? Because I think, you know, we mentioned before where it's a bit you versus the course, right? Where obviously you go from a team sport where you can kind of, you know, have support and stuff. But, you know, when you're out there playing, if you had to tee off at the Masters or take a penalty in the World Cup, which one are you going for?
Well, the thing is, with football, you know, you've got so many reps, so
Yeah.
you're so confident. I don't think I've ever been confident with a golf club. So in that
So
sense,
true
I
now.
feel like you know, the first tee, I remember I played St Andrews last year with Bayern. And on the first tee, I was so nervous, I almost dropped the club.
Seriously?
Yeah, honestly, and I was thinking, what's wrong with you? You know, you
You've
take
done
penalties
this, yeah.
and World Cups and Champions Leagues, but if you practice all the time, you're
Yeah, repetitive, right?
really confident. Golf is just it's the best game because I can't think of another sport where you could be. It's not like you could get a fan to play with a Premier League player.
No.
But obviously, because of the handicap system, like all the boys are, you know, what you two handicaps. You know, and,
Take that with
you can have a game with anyone.
Yeah.
You know, and it's amazing. You know, you get some fresh air. You know, have a few drinks.
Make it competitive, yeah.
Have a bit of fun, and it's just golf is just the best game to bring people together.
It's
The
such
thing is with football, like I felt like I knew what I was doing. Do you know what I mean? Like I've trained all my life, like for a penalty or, you know, a header or a volley, whatever you do. Like I know I'm not going to miss the ball. You know what I mean? But I stand over a golf ball, I think anything could happen here.
It's just, and the putting, and there's so many different elements to it, and none of it all works at once. That's the one thing I've learned.
Yeah, such a technical game. But it's when you retire from football, you know, you want to be out with your mates. Like this is like a dressing room environment we're in now, you know. So we're having a bit of a laugh, but then we're still competing to win something. You know, it still means something when you win.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's just replicated what football was for me.
Yeah, there is a satisfaction in good competition, and
Doesn't matter if you've got, you know, what kind of money you've got on it. It's just the wanting to win, isn't it? I think that never leaves you, does it?
because you're obviously competitive individuals because that's where you made your careers. But like, so you'd never want to lose that edge, right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, like with football, I mean, I didn't realise, but actually, obviously, you can play. I didn't realise until I got in the mix. My greatest ability was to compete.
Yeah.
So, and when I figured that out as an athlete, that I could outperform people that are actually more talented than me, that was quite a weird thing. Because normally you think, wow, he's better than me, he's going to outplay me.
Yeah.
But actually, in the end, our level, a bit like golf, it's all about competition.
Yeah.
Can you do it when you need it?
Yeah.
And obviously, in golf, I don't stress. We just have a crack. You know, you hit some good shots, you hit some bad shots. But because you're not getting paid for this, it's pretty chill.
Yeah.
But with us, you know, it was like every game was must win.
Yeah.
And then it creates that environment, especially at, you know, Bayern Munich and Man United. Every game was like you had to win.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, everybody was pissed off. You know, and in a way, when you get used to that, you realise, you know, you can't have any less.
Yeah. And the competition part's funny because like that comes like as a work ethic as well. Like work ethics and you know, competition, you can outwork people that are technically better in business, and you know, just by being more present and more consistent, and it replicates the same, right?
Yeah. But one thing about you, Crouch, I mean, were you always you know, the best player on your teams. I bet you end up having a better career than a lot of people you play with as a kid.
Yeah, growing up, I mean, Sunday league teams, you know, you're always the best player, but then you get up levels, and you know, when I was playing for England at sort of under 16 level, was I best player? No, you know, I remember once we were late, me and Ledley King, for under 18s, and I remember the manager, Colin Murphy, sat us down and he said to me and Ledley, and he was only looking at Ledley, and he said, Ledley, look, you know, you can't be late for England. You know, this is England now. You know, you will play for England. You know, you cannot be turning up late for these kinds of things. He said, oh, you might. He said, but you will. So Ledley, I was going, like, he only said it, you know. He was like, you know, look, Ledley, come on, you know, basically don't be hanging around with this dickhead.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
No, but yeah, so I had to work incredibly hard. I knew I had, like, you know, good ability and things like that, but Ledley was just, you know, you just knew that he was. I mean, he would have been one of the best we've ever had. If it wasn't for injury.
Yeah, you want to struggle with it. That's funny. Cheers, boys. Right, then we'll recap. Yeah. So as a recap, the 2 Peters are currently 1 up. There's 1 hole to play. It's a nice par 3. So unfortunately, boys, if we lose this hole, we're going to a playoff, but I don't think we're going to need it. Oh, pushing everything. Yeah, it's done.
Right.
Feeding one in there.
Do something.
Mate, you've hit a lot short today.
No!
You contemplate with that. Impossible. You can't.
Are they joking?
Proper terror.
It's a proper full-blown fight. Crouch is trying to play.
We might have to break it up to you,
Dad,
Come on, Dad.
look how I've hit that ball.
Shot.
Oh, it's played it.
What a lovely golf
What a
shot.
shot.
Oh, romantic.
Wow.
Shot, Owen.
He's come good.
Oh, killed it.
Let's knife that through. Little knife through to finish. Pretty straight.
Yeah, just in the wrong direction. Oh my God.
Oh, baby! Put that in your pipe. What a fuck. Oh, mate. Oh, oh no.